So how far ahead of China do you think we are in terms of AI development at this point? How close?
Depending on which layer of the stack, but overall, I would say we're not far ahead. If you look at the entire stack, they're way ahead on energy.
On November 7th, 2025, Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, the most powerful AI company on Earth, made a statement that sent shockwaves through Washington and Silicon Valley. In an interview with the Financial Times, Huang declared China is going to win the artificial intelligence race. Not might win, not could win, will win. This is the man whose company is worth over $3 trillion, the man who builds the chips that power ChatGPT, autonomous vehicles, and virtually every major AI breakthrough you've heard about. And he just told the world that America is losing the most important technological competition since the space race. But here's what makes this truly terrifying. He's not wrong, and the evidence suggests we may have already passed the point of no return. Before we dive into why this matters, you need to understand who Jensen Huang is, because this isn't just some random tech executive making predictions. Huang founded NVIDIA in 1993, and over 3 decades, he built it into the most valuable company in the world. NVIDIA's chips don't just power gaming computers, they're the backbone of the entire AI revolution. When OpenAI trained ChatGPT, they used NVIDIA chips. When Tesla developed self-driving cars, NVIDIA chips. When Google built its AI models, NVIDIA chips. In fact, NVIDIA controls an estimated 80 to 95% of the AI chip market. And that means Huang has a front row seat to see exactly what every major AI company, American, Chinese, and otherwise, is actually building. When he says China is winning, he's not speculating. He's reading the data that the rest of us don't have access to. And what he sees clearly terrifies him enough to say it out loud, despite the inevitable political backlash. So what exactly did Huang say that's causing such alarm? In the Financial Times interview, Huang didn't just make a throwaway comment, he elaborated on why China has structural advantages that the United States simply cannot match. First, he pointed to China's massive investment in AI infrastructure. While the US debates regulations and worries about AI safety, China is building. They're constructing data centers at a scale that dwarfs American efforts. Second, and this is critical, China has access to something America doesn't: massive amounts of data without privacy restrictions. In China, the government and tech companies can collect, analyze, and use data from over 1.4 billion people with virtually no legal constraints. Remember, AI isn't magic. It's mathematics applied to enormous data sets. The more data you have, the better your AI becomes. And China has more data than any nation in history. Third, Huang highlighted China's industrial policy. The Chinese government has designated AI as a strategic priority and is coordinating efforts across academia, military, and private industry. In contrast, the US approach remains fragmented, with companies competing against each other and minimal government coordination beyond basic research funding. But here's what should really concern you. Huang isn't just observing from the outside. NVIDIA itself does massive business in China. He sees their capabilities up close, and he's warning us. So now you might be thinking, this is just one guy's opinion. America still leads in tech, right? Let me show you the evidence that suggests Huang is absolutely correct. First, let's talk about AI research publications. Chinese researchers are now publishing massive amounts of AI research in top-tier academic journals, competing directly with American output. But it's not just quantity, it's quality. Chinese AI models are now matching or exceeding American models in several key benchmarks. Take facial recognition. China's systems are now considered the most advanced in the world, deployed across hundreds of millions of surveillance cameras. Whether you think that's good or bad, it demonstrates technical capability. Or consider autonomous vehicles. While America's Waymo and Tesla get headlines, Chinese companies like Baidu's Apollo Go are already operating what is widely considered the most advanced autonomous taxi service in China, with plans for 500 vehicles in Wuhan alone. Then there's DeepSeek, a Chinese AI startup that recently released language models that reportedly match GPT-4's performance at a fraction of the cost. But perhaps most alarming is what we don't see. China's military AI development happens behind a veil of secrecy. U.S. intelligence officials have warned that China may be years ahead in certain military AI applications, and by the time we find out, it may be too late to catch up. The evidence isn't just anecdotal, it's systematic, and it's accelerating. So how did we get here? How did America, the country that invented the internet, created Silicon Valley, and dominated technology for decades, find itself in second place? The answer is uncomfortable, but we need to hear it. Problem 1, regulatory paralysis. While China moves fast and breaks things, America has become obsessed with AI regulation before we've even fully deployed the technology. Don't misunderstand, AI safety matters, but when you're in an arms race, the side that moves fastest wins. China is deploying AI at scale while America holds congressional hearings. Problem 2, the talent drain. For decades, America's secret weapon was attracting the world's best minds, but increasingly restrictive immigration policies have made it harder for foreign AI researchers to work in the U.S. Meanwhile, China's actively recruiting Chinese-born AI researchers to return home with generous compensation packages and state-of-the-art facilities. It's working. Problem 3, corporate competition versus national strategy. In America, AI development is driven by private companies, Google, Meta, OpenAI, Anthropic, all competing against each other. That competition can drive innovation, but it also means duplicated effort and fragmented resources. China takes a different approach. The government coordinates efforts, shares resources, and directs private companies towards national goals. It's effectively centralized planning for AI. Is that approach better? From a pure efficiency standpoint, it might be. Problem 4, the chip restrictions backfire. Here's an irony. U.S. export controls designed to slow China's AI development may have accelerated it instead. When America banned the export of advanced AI chips to China, Chinese companies were forced to innovate domestically, and they did. Companies like Huawei are now producing chips that, while not quite as advanced as NVIDIA's best, are good enough, and they're improving rapidly. We tried to cut off their supply, and instead we created a competitor we can't control. So if Jensen Huang is right, if China does win the AI race, what does that actually mean for America and for you? First, economic consequences. AI is projected to add between $15 trillion and $50 trillion to the global economy by 2030. Whichever country leads in AI will capture the lion's share of that wealth. If China wins, that means Chinese companies will dominate the industries of the future: autonomous transportation, AI-powered healthcare, smart manufacturing, robotics. American companies will be playing catch-up, or worse, paying licensing fees to Chinese firms. Second, military implications. AI is already being called the ultimate weapon by military strategists. AI-powered drones, autonomous weapon systems, cyber warfare tools, and intelligence analysis. All of these depend on who has the best AI. If China achieves AI superiority, it fundamentally shifts the global balance of power. The United States has relied on technological advantage since World War II. That advantage may be ending. Third, ideological battle. Here's the part that should concern you most. China's AI is being built within an authoritarian framework. Their AI systems are designed for surveillance, social control, and government power. If Chinese AI becomes the global standard, if other countries buy Chinese AI infrastructure and adopt Chinese AI models, we could be exporting authoritarianism itself. Imagine AI-powered surveillance systems built in China and sold to governments worldwide, all designed with the assumption that the state should monitor and control its citizens. That's not hypothetical. It's already happening in dozens of countries through China's Belt and Road Initiative. Fourth, the brain drain accelerates. As China pulls ahead, more top researchers will want to work there, not because they love authoritarianism, but because they want to work on the cutting edge. Scientists go where the best resources and opportunities are. This creates a vicious cycle. China leads, so talent goes to China, which makes China lead even more. Jensen Huang didn't say China is going to win to celebrate. He said it as a warning. The question is, will anyone listen before it's too late? Drop a comment below. Do you think America can still win the AI race, or has China already won? And if you want more stories on the technology battles reshaping our world, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Stay informed. Stay vigilant.